In this video, we're going to be reviewing the Space Marine Eradicator squad. Hi and welcome to Planet 40k. Today we're going to be looking at the Space Marine Eradicator squad. We'll have a look through their datasheet, discuss and review their movement, shooting and combat ability, and then give them an overall rating out of 5. So the Eradicators have a movement of 5 inches, weapon ballistic skill 3+, strength 4, toughness 5, 3 wounds, 2 attacks, leadership 7 and a 3+ save. The sergeant's pretty much the same with an extra attack and leadership 8. They're armed with a bolt pistol and a melter rifle, more on those later. They have the Angels of Death ability and another ability called Total Obliteration, which means in your shooting phase you can declare that you're only going to shoot at one target and then you're able to shoot twice at this unit, so it's pretty powerful. So the Eradicators have a movement of 5 inches, which isn't great, seeing as to make the most out of these guys you want to be getting them within 12 inches of your target to make the most of the melter rule. However, they are carrying a huge gun, so from a lore model perspective it makes sense for them to move a little slower. To use them effectively, you want to consider either putting them in a tank. You've got the choice between the Impulsor or Repulsor, or you could put them into Strategic Reserve and bring them on the side of the board. For the tank option, you could neatly fit 2 squads in an Impulsor as its capacity is 6. The Impulsor will give you a movement of 14 inches, and as it's an assault vehicle, you can disembark within 3 inches straight after you've moved, and then move a further 5 inches and still shoot. So if you take into account the model base, that gives a total movement of around 21 inches. So if you add 24 inches for the gun, that's a threat range of 45 inches straight away. So that's pretty powerful. Alternatively, you can go with the Strategic Reserves. You could have 2 squads waiting in the wings that really threaten the opponent's flanks. That way you can deploy them both on the same side if there's a tough unit to take out, or split them up and go after multiple targets. Thankfully, there are multiple ways to get these guys to the target, but as their movement is below average, I'll give them a 2 out of 5 stars. So the main gun on the Eradicators is the Melter Rifle. It's Assault 1, Range 24, Strength 8, AP -4 and D6 damage, with the usual Melter rule of choosing the highest of 2d6 for damage if you're within half the range. So if it was just that, I wouldn't really be that impressed, because I've rolled plenty of 1s and 2s to hit with melters over the years, so 3 shots with these guys at 40 points each isn't that impressive. But what is impressive, however, is the aptly named Total Obliteration rule, which allows you to fire twice as long as you target only one unit. So 6 melter shots with 24-inch range is really good, in my opinion. The chart below shows an average of how these guys will perform against targets with different toughnesses if you use the Total Obliteration rule. So against toughness 8 models, you're going to dish out an average of 2 wounds, toughness 5 to 7 an average of 2 to 3 wounds, and toughness 4 an average of 3 to 4 wounds. And as it's AP -4, most units aren't getting a save, and then it's straight to the damage roll. As you're rolling a d6 for damage, it can sometimes go against you, so you really want to get these guys within 12 inches of the target to increase the odds of doing some serious damage. This gun is pretty brutal, so I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 for shooting. So at first glance, these guys look like they shouldn't really be very good in combat, but as they're Primaris Marines, and with the addition of Shock Assault giving an extra hit most of the time, the attacks soon stack up. They get a total of 10 with Shock Assault, just at the usual Strength 4 and 0 AP and 1 damage. However, when the Assault Doctrine kicks in, that will go to a -1 AP. On average, you're looking at 6 to 7 hits, and then you're likely to dish out 2 to 3 wounds against a toughness 5 unit, 3 to 4 against a toughness 4 unit, and quite a large 4 to 5 against a toughness 3 unit. So these guys aren't bad in combat, but you want to try to steer clear of it if you can. So I'll give them an average 3 out of 5. So I really like these guys. I think for 40 points or 5 power level, it's pretty good value. You're getting a 24-inch melter gun. You can shoot immediately out of reserves or the Impulsor, and they'll be within melter range as well. They're pretty durable. They've got 3 wounds and toughness 5, and they should be pretty good at holding objectives as well, as they're quite durable. Overall, I think it's a solid unit, and I'll give it a Planet 40k rating of 4 out of 5 stars. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please click on the like button to help us promote it. If you notice any mistakes or you've got your own tactics, it'd be nice to hear them in the comments below. If you'd like to see more 40k content from us, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.